All right, I'm actually going to play the backtrack for you. So this doesn't have the wind parts on it, but it kind of gives you an idea of the vibe of the show. They're all dressed in what we're calling kind of a modern day hipster. Not like Portland, Oregon, grungy, I'm drinking beer out of a brown paper bag wearing Dolly Madison socks, but apparently kids are using this term for how they dress in school. So everybody's got some color of khakis. Everybody's got a button-up shirt or a bow tie. Some guys have bow ties. Some guys have straight ties. But everything's loose and kind of that hipster mode. Deck shoes for the most part. Some people are wearing belts. Some people are not. Some girls have open cardigans. Some don't. Lots of wrist bracelets and things. A few people have ball caps on backwards. Some have them forward. So kind of this cool, slick vibe. The show is actually a mixture of West Coast jazz, symphonic music. There's a jazz ballad. There's a 12/8 shuffle, which is the closer. But, excuse me, I'm going to talk through a couple things while I play the backtrack for you. I thought that might... excuse me, I'm trying to find the screen from... here we go. All right, so I'm just going to talk over it. Just got the Met with it.
In order to stand together,
here's the opening body.
Perhaps we must first sit face to face and listen. Be open.
Sorry.
Share. Think. Ponder. Resolve. And renew.
So here, they're moving their stools to a set that they've already put their instruments in. It actually spells the word sit. We are interested in their technique. Looks good here. It's different for everybody. It's freeform. It's not in step. And the first hit is here. We're going to do some individual body while standing. It's all very different. All kind of under the auspices of the video I made just about our movement isms. And they just sat down in the sit set on their stools. Totally different vibe here. So a little West Coast funk. So if they're looking at the judges, their faces are happy, they're open, big. There's a lot of layering and adding on here. There's some body we're going to add on Friday. And basically what I'll do is I'll teach it to people and walk away and ask you to refine and clean that body. There's a lot of features. Like we featured the low reeds, tubas, now high brass right here. Flutes are going to be doing some body. Everybody else has some body here already. Alright, coming up in a moment where they're actually going to sit on their stools that have a Lazy Susan on them, and they're going to spin and play. Yes. Right here. So they're playing around. The woodwinds are all playing. All the stools are spinning different directions. I don't know if there's anything I can tell you other than when you see it live, you'll understand that we've got a regulation to it. This is a unison move here that we'll work on. We'll explain that on Friday. It will make sense for them there, I think. There's been one form change here. All individual movement, nothing in unison. There's a horn down, turn. Now, this goes into our ballad, and this is in step. So if they're going forward, it's the kind of walk step. They're going backwards, toe stays along the top of the grass. And then a lot of individual motion here. They just learned all this, so this is again where people need help. Some people are being very expressive. It's all whatever they want to do. My horn's down. I'm back up. I'm on my stool. Some people have gotten their straight chair and they brought it to their stool. They all have these placards that they're picking up that have words on them. I'll explain that more on Friday. We're also doing sign language through this. The number 1, which is my wrist toward me, my 1 close to my lips. The angle of this video is kind of funky, but 1 is like this. My thumb is in. 1, final. My left hand is toward me. My pinky is extended this direction. And I simply take my other hand and make the same form. Final. I'm slicing that finger. Conversation. Sign language, I looked it up. You can do conversation like this or like this. And I feel like this more match the motion of it. So some kids are doing their expressive stuff before they play. And then they're going into their next thing. So this is just all about helping individuals look pretty, expressive. We want to get points for, I think, Brian thinks, the big risk we're taking with letting them do a lot of individual body on their own, a lot of it legato, a lot of it very, very individualistic. They're coming forward with the chairs, as I explained earlier. Placard can't fall off. They're all across the front now. They're all staring at the judges. We have euphonium solo, and they take the placards, they put a black thing over it, they turn it around, turn around. Now we're about to be the section of the show that they haven't learned yet that we're going to learn on Friday. This is the 12/8 shuffle. So they are going to be doing some snapping. And we want to make it look normal and natural. We'll never have 8 of them together going very marching bandy. It'll just be whatever feels natural and normal to them. Also, we playing on the stools with our hands a little bit here and there. So a lot of time for individual expression here. So none of this has been worked out from a drill standpoint. On Friday, I'll say, all right, we have 16 counts. These 8 people have to be here. They can do any individual move they want that fits the music. And then we'll start teaching them how to get from the beginning of the tune to their final set, which I'll talk about in a second. So this is the big shout chorus. At this point, they're in the final set of the show. Voiceover says something. Yes, it's a major chord. Don't hate. All right. So I'm looking to see if I can find this thing. I don't know if I can put my hand on it real fast. So the other thing we're going to need help with is we just kind of have to watch and go, oh, she can do that here. He can do that here. And yeah, it's not right here in front of my hands. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. I thought so. So these placards or posters that are in the chairs, there's going to be a voiceover at the beginning of the ballot that says, if you could have one final conversation with one person, past or present, who would it be? So these placards say things like JFK, Dr. King, Rosa Parks, my mom, my brother, my sister I never met, my cousin who's fighting overseas. We're trying to get some tears going. So when they, at the very end of the ballad, when they put those back in the chairs and put the black cloth over them, what's on the back are letters of the alphabet. I know this is backwards. So that our show ends with our chairs saying, sit, listen, uplift, unite, stand strong. That's the kind of intellectual secondary level of our show. It's not just about sitting. It's about sitting and having civil conversation, unlike our House of Representatives today. Had to do that, sorry. So through this whole closer, random kid's going to come up, turn a letter, turn a letter, turn a letter, turn a letter. So at the very end, it all gets turned around, and when they're sitting on the shout chorus, the audience has read, sit, listen, uplift, unite, stand strong. The final voiceover says, sit, listen, learn, stand strong, something like that. And then they're all standing at the very end. Ba-da! And then maybe at the very end, we all sit in the silence. We haven't decided yet. Yeah, that last minute and a half, we're going to make up on the spot, which is what we kind of have done all season. It's been fun, a little frustrating for the students at first, but now I think they're totally buying in, and we're hoping that the end product is something that breathes, something that seems very much more emotionally attached. If you watch Indoor Winds, again, it's just very marching bandy. I bet some people have 100 real moves. Flag goes up, down, down. We just want to do something very, very different and something more personal for them. So anyhow, I wish I could give you more details about the closer. It will make sense more when I'm there. Just know that it's this cool shovel funk thing. They've got to portray that in their bodies. We're going to be asking you to watch quadrants of people and go, okay, help them move in a way that fits the music. Give them suggestions. And there are times where I will say, these 8 people need to be here. Their stools need to be like this. And we'll put all that together. So the main objective is to be able to do a full run on Friday. We know the whole show will not be filled in. And then clean the things that we can clean and really work on individual movement. We'll have some time to clean some music, and certainly just having eyes and ears there will be of great benefit. We're excited to have you guys out. Coolio. Julio.